Hello Scorpio, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 3rd to the 10th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot, figuring out anything that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out, okay? So Scorpio, the situation is a message, okay? Normally, this is communication that is coming from another person to you. Okay, I don't know about what yet. We're going to find out in a minute. But it says thought, logic, communication and reason. I definitely do get the impression that this is someone who is wanting to speak to you. Okay, it could be a Leo, but it doesn't have to be. You've got the Lion and leadership, and it says direction, pride and courage. So something about this communication might require courage on your part, okay? It might also require some sort of diplomacy skills as well. And that's all part of being a good leader, right? Let's find out more, because I just do not have enough information yet. So what is this message that's coming in for Scorpio, please? What is the context of the message that's coming in for Scorpio? Whoa, okay. Yeah, Emperor and Five of Wands. Okay. It could be from a man, or it could be from someone who is more in their masculine energy. Now again, leadership, the message that you've already had about leadership definitely can be encapsulated with this Emperor energy as well, okay? They are the ones who typically take the leadership role. It doesn't need to be a man though, okay? The issue here, Scorpio, is this Five of Wands. So a difficult, like the context of this message, it's difficult situation. Maybe some sort of disagreements here. Maybe there is a clash of egos that's going on. Maybe this is someone who is in competition with you. Maybe this is the type of message that you don't want to receive, or maybe this person is the person that you don't want to hear from, okay? Lots of reasons why this communication would be difficult or would put you in a state of unease, okay? And the thing is, Scorpio, I'm getting the impression that there isn't much these days that makes you feel uneasy. There isn't much. This message, this communication that's coming in though, that is going to make you feel out of whack. Right, who is this message coming from? Who's this message coming from? A person who's a bit of a disaster by all accounts. Could be an Aries or another Scorpio. Could be a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be though, okay? Who is it coming from? It's coming from a destructive person. It's coming from a controlling person. It's coming from an envious and selfish person. It's coming from an individual who honestly is a fucking control freak, Scorpio. That's who it's coming from. It's coming from someone who has already lost control over you and they cannot cope with that fact, okay? It's coming from an individual who seems to think that they are entitled to try and regain control over you. This is a person who is incapable of controlling anything that goes on in their own lives, yet they're very, very quick at trying to control other people and other people's lives. Okay, I did ask the question. I had to ask the question. This is the answer that's coming out. So I can see now why Spirit's telling you, Scorpio, you are going to have to put a brave face on this. Okay, and whatever you do, here's the trick, right? Here's the trick. Whatever you do, Scorpio, do not let this person know that their message to you, their letter, their voicemail, their whatever, their email, okay? Do not let this person know that they have managed to shake you, okay? Don't let them know that, whatever you do. What does this person want? I mean, I know that they want control, but is there anything else you can tell us about what they want? Okay, thank you. That's off balance. Empress off balance. They want to throw you off balance. It's like, and here's another thing as well, Scorpio. It could be an ex, okay, because you've got the Emperor and the Empress here. It doesn't have to be an ex, okay. It could literally be anyone. It's someone that you have had a history with. You have already had a lot of problems with this person, okay. What do they want? They want something that they can never regain. They want something back that they can never have back. And that's your time, your empathy, your attention, your affection, okay? Everything that you used to do for this person, or that you used to give to this person, or that you used to provide for this person, they're wanting all of that back. I'm going to level with you, Scorpio. I'm going to be completely honest. They're wanting the convenience of having you back in their lives. That's what they're after. That's why this Empress is off balance. They're wanting to get you into this kind of state of mind. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, right? They want you in this frame of mind here where you believe that either it is your duty to take care of them, or that you believe that you somehow owe them. That's what they're after. They're after putting you in this frame of mind where you feel so guilty or so responsible for them, maybe even a bit of both, right? So that you'll go back. And that would be convenient for them. Okay. Do not let this person, do not let them know that they have shaken you, okay? Because clearly, you don't want to hear from this person, okay? There might even be, and I hate to say it, Scorpio, there might even be violent tendencies with this individual, okay? I don't know if you can see that energy. I hope that you can. You don't need to be a professional tarot reader to see the energy coming off those cards. Okay. There's violent tendencies here with this person, and that is likely going to be the reason why their message to you this week, and if it's not this week, it's going to be soon thereafter, is likely going to make you feel a little bit wobbly, okay? Stay in charge, stay in control. Do not let them know that they've gotten you a bit shaky. Why is this happening? The dove and forgiveness. Interesting concept, isn't it? It says absolution, mercy, and compassion. I am not going to sit here and tell anybody what they have to do. Right? I don't play games like that. If you're wanting to forgive this person, that's completely your free will choice. Right? Here's what I teach about forgiveness. And I've never taught any different. Right? Forgiveness, the focus needs to be on forgiving yourself for not have known any better at the time. That's what I teach about forgiveness. Like I said, if you're wanting to forgive this person, That's your free will choice. If you don't want to forgive this person, that's your free will choice also. This is catalytic energy. Now, this individual might well be saying in this message to you that they are perhaps wanting your forgiveness. I don't trust it. But because I don't trust it, don't take my word for it. You've got to take your own word for it. Okay? You might read those words in their message to you and you'll be like, do you know what? I genuinely feel like they are telling the truth, and I genuinely feel like they are being genuine, and therefore, yes, I am going to forgive them. That's completely your free will choice to make. 100%. Okay? 100%. If I was receiving that message, I'd be suspicious as fuck. But that's just me. And I'm not you. Right? You see, everyone's got their own way of dealing with things. Do you know what I mean? I can't, like, if I was to sit here and project my shit onto you or into your reading, what kind of reader would I be? Right? Not a very good one. So you're really going to have to use your discernment here, because forgiveness is the catalyst. It's the catalytic energy. Whether or not you trust it or trust this person, whatever, discernment. Every day of the week, okay? Can you tell us more about this forgiveness? What's going on? And why is it the catalyst? The Three of Wands. This is someone who lives at a physical distance to you, Scorpio. Or this is someone, and I feel that this is more like it, this is someone who has dreamed of the future or has imagined the future, right? And they've realized, where the fuck is Scorpio? Can you tell us more? The Fool, the Two of Cups, and the Hierophant. Again, Scorpio, use your own discernment, okay? The catalyst, it's likely because you've moved on. You might have met someone new, okay? You might already be in a new connection or a new relationship here somewhere. If this is like an ex-friend, then you've already got a new social circle. Take it as it resonates. There could be a Taurus involved here, or an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, of course. The catalyst really is as simple as you've let them go. You've let them go. That was the catalyst. What's this Hierophant? Hierophant can be a commitment, okay? It could be you've made a commitment with another person here and you're doing great, or you're about to. It can also be lessons, spirituality, knowledge. It's connected to teacher energy. Yeah, look, Two of Cups is coming out again. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the High Priestess. Okay. So, 100%, you're currently committed to someone else right now, or you very soon will be. This is all still part of the catalytic energy. There are secret feelings here. Or you've intuitively felt that this was coming in. This person was trying to come back in. I'm understanding that you've already energetically picked up on their energy around you and why it's there. In your blind spot, the buffalo and abundance, generosity, supply, resources and gifts in your blind spot. So this is probably someone who made you feel crap about yourself, Scorpio. When the truth all along was, you were the source of this person's abundance. You were very, very generous to this individual. You provided a lot of resources for this person. Do you know what I mean? I think actually that you've already joined up the dots there, because you're actively creating more abundance in your life. This is tied into that gratitude attitude and how you're actively creating a lot of goodness in your own world. Can you tell us more about Scorpio? Thank you. Yeah, see the Ace of Swords. Clarity, truth and a breakthrough. In your blind spot, this, whoever they are, they did very, very little for you. Very little for you. And I think you're seeing it now. You're seeing it now. That's very high value energy. 2 of Pentacles and Judgment. Okay. Also, Scorpio, in your blind spot, it's likely you've got additional resources that's coming in for you. It could be another stream of income. It could be like a passive income. Something that you've already had triggered a couple of months prior is now coming through. Okay. Ultimately, your life is getting better and better and better and better and better. And then all of a sudden, a message from this person lands at your door or lands in your inbox. You have every reason to stay grounded and to remain stable. Do not allow this person to destabilize everything that you've got, everything that you've earned, everything that you've built, all of your healing process as well. All of the progress that you've made there. Do not allow this person to destabilize all of that. Okay? That is vital. Absolutely vital. In fact, before I take a look at more cards, I'm going to see if there's anything else that's hiding in your blind spot. I think that's reversed. It is Temperance reversed. Moody, arrogant, aggressive, impatient. In your blind spot. Okay, why is that negative energy in Scorpio's blind spot? The World. Okay, so by you not rising to the bait here, Scorpio, you're going to expose whether or not this request for forgiveness from them was genuine or if it was false. And I think some of you are going to be surprised. And the other half of you will be like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew that they're not capable of change. I knew it. I knew it was an act. I knew it was fake. I knew it was part of a game. But those who were hoping that this request for forgiveness was genuine, and you might have been teetering on the edge of, okay, yeah, maybe I should give them a chance. Well, guess what? In your blind spot, because apparently you don't respond to them, or you don't respond to them quick enough, they reveal, once again, their true nature and their true intentions. And all you had to do was wait. That was it. That was it. All you had to do was wait. Okay. What's working out for you, the Owl and the Seer. So this is very much connected to the High Priestess energy. It says omens, prophecy, dreams and wisdom. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the messages that Spirit's given you at this time. The universe, if you will, speaks to us constantly. Constantly. It just depends whether or not we're listening. This week, Scorpio, pay attention. Yeah, the moon reversed. Something's being revealed. Secrets are being revealed. And because secrets are being revealed, the fear is being removed out of the situation. So you're no longer afraid of this person, or you're no longer afraid of upsetting this person, or do you know what I mean? It's like your entire opinion of this individual in this situation is completely like eyes wide open. Okay, completely wide open. Spirit's revealing something to you this week. I don't know what that is specifically, okay? Remembering, I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive. I can only read the strongest overall energies, okay? I don't fully understand the extent of everything that's happened here, okay? Something important is being revealed to you this week about this person, about their intentions. And apparently, you need to believe what it is that you see and believe what it is that you already know to be real, to be true, to be factual. You're also potentially this week, Scorpio, having a bit of a cry, but it's not a cry out of fear or frustration. It's a cry that is very releasing, a cry that is very relieving. Okay, almost like many years of guilt is being shed through that crying session, that there's no shame in it at all. None at all. In fact, on this occasion, Scorpio, it's being encouraged, okay? How this is likely going to play out, the sun and the moon, union, harmony, balance, and unity, okay? So the special person or the special people in your life, of which I can see there definitely are a special person or special people in your life, stay close to them. You're going to need them at this time. Trust in them. Okay. Talk to them. Keep those special people close to you. Confide in them. Okay. Can you tell us more? Ultimately, Scorpio, it's saying that there is a very good, very positive result for you at the end of all of this. Okay? Yeah, Ace of Cups, true love, unconditional love, right? Intimacy, deeper feelings, deeper trust, bonds, unbreakable bonds being formed between yourself and your closest allies. Okay, you got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups that have come out off balance. All of this is off balance. Look, the Lovers, the Hermit, and the Queen of Cups. Eventually, this person is going to get the message. They're going to get the picture. Okay, your silence is going to speak volumes. It's going to tell them everything that they need to know. They are not welcome. They're not welcome. This is also indicating that they are trying to push their luck, but they're also not going to get anywhere with that, okay? Because you're wiser now. Much, much wiser to it now. How this is likely going to play out, I feel that this aggressive individual is actually isolating themselves away from everyone who has ever loved them, who has ever cared about them. Because they're so nasty, they're finding themselves being very, very lonely. Maybe that's why they're sending you this message, Scorpio. It's just something to think about. The Seven of Cups, at the bottom of the deck. You have freedom of choice. Every day of the week, you have freedom of choice. This week you're faced with a bit of an emotional choice. Do not make that choice until you have clarity. And clarity of their true intention will only be revealed when you wait. When you wait. Because it will be revealed. Can you have a healing message? Thank you. Star Mother and Warrior Woman. Heavy on the feminine energy here. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? It's saying that this week you're going to be leaning more into your inner feminine energies, which is the state of being over and above the state of doing, which would be the masculine. Okay? Star Mother says, being the parent that you never had. So potentially for some of you, this could be a vicious parent that's trying to get back in contact with you. I hope not. I hope that that is not the case. It's likely for some. Okay? You got to be the parent that you never had. Again, not applicable for every single Scorpio. Of course it isn't. Right? How can you mother yourself? Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Okay, so we can only give what we've got, is what they're saying. So when you can give love and compassion to yourself, you will be able to freely give that then to others. Okay. This can indicate breaking toxic family cycles. So here's the thing about breaking toxic family cycles. Once you started that journey of breaking those cycles, you can never go back. Okay. Breaking toxic family cycles is a one-way street. It is a one-way journey, and the only direction you can go is forward. Because think about it logically, if you were to go backwards, then you wouldn't be breaking the toxic family cycles. You would be actively and voluntarily walking back into it. That ain't breaking shit, that's just repeating it. Do you know what I mean? So if that is your story, keep moving forward. You have to be your own parent. And I know it's hard because some of y'all out there are missing something that you never had. And it's hard. It's one of the hardest things that you'll ever have to do. It's to either be your own parent or reparent yourself, anything like that. And it is a head fuck because you do miss what you never had. You miss what you should have had. You miss what other kids had. Right? It's perfectly normal. But going back to that cycle is not the way to do it. It really, really isn't. And then you've got warrior women. Fear is the mind killer. Find your courage. It does take a lot of strength, a lot of courage to keep moving forward. It really does. It says sometimes fear is an indication that we're facing the right way. Have you answered your deepest calling? Think of your fears as opportunities to expand, rather than things that are holding you hostage. Okay, so ask yourself, what is it that you're afraid of? Perhaps what it is that you should be afraid of. Right? Only you can answer those questions for yourself because, of course, not all Scorpios are dealing with the exact same situation at the exact same time. That's just impossible. Okay? Bravery is not the absence of fear. especially in situations like this. Okay? It is not the absence of fear. It is acknowledging the fear and choosing to keep moving forward regardless. That's bravery. Okay, so let's see if we can uplift this energy by getting some cheeky words of wisdom from the Scorpio Tarot, just for a little bit of light-hearted fun. Okay, right. Lovely. Oh dear. So Scorpio, go have a bowel movement. The problem will solve itself. I mean, it's my own dumb fault because I insist on using the cheeky decks at the end of the read. So you will earn more fucking money. Nice. That's going to be very, very helpful for you, Scorpio, over the next coming months. If you want instant wealth, cash in your swear jar. I feel called out on that one. Shut the fuck up, silence is required. Scorpio, we did say all you have to do, if you want to know what their true intentions are, all you have to do is just wait and wait in silence. And the thing is, you're not even going to have to wait that long. Okay. That's how much of a disappointment that other person is. Like, you don't even have to wait that fucking long for their true face to shine through. Seek out the intelligent solution and ignore unwanted shitty advice. Okay, so especially for anyone where this is a parent. Okay. Yes, you are going to be faced with certain individuals going, oh, but that's your mother. Or if it's another family member, oh, but that's your sister. You know what they're like, right? Don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it, Scorpio. They would be known as what we call flying monkeys or idiots. Okay? I prefer idiots. You're not needing their crappy advice because they're not in your situation. They probably never experienced anything that what you experienced. So how can they possibly make that kind of judgment call, right? So there you go. You don't have to take their shitty advice. But yeah, that is what I have for you today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.